morning, welcome to another Waffle Wednesday. Obviously you know the score by now if you follow the channel. Most Wednesdays, although I do miss the odd one, we have a bit of a waffle about something, usually keeping you updated on what's going on, maybe throwing in something to discuss, etc, etc. This week it's just really an update from last week, first referencing changing the name of the channel. After discussing it with a couple of people, Mrs. and a couple of mates, Lee and Gary for example, I've decided not to change the channel name. Even though some of the comments were really funny, I particularly liked Oil Slick Rick, very good. But reasoning behind not wanting to change the channel name, certainly at this stage of, you know, relatively still low subscribers, close to 600, but the thing is, coming up to sort of this time of the year, obviously everything is going to sort of start backing off now. Car shows, drives out, tinkering to a point will start again in the garage on the Allegro, but obviously to what degree I don't know, because depends how cold it gets and depends what I've actually got to do. So providing the content that you need to provide to sort of promote your channel, if you like, could prove difficult this time of year. And like I say, I'm not overly sure I want to put the massive effort into running a channel like, you know, Hubnut does or other car channels. You think about it, at the minute I can afford the time to sort of do it every weekend because my new camper van hasn't arrived yet. Obviously before I did this channel, most weekends I'd be away in the motorhome that you would see in some of the early videos, and then before that I had a camper van and another camper van before that. So when we sold the motorhome and decided to buy a new camper van, we've now got a date for that, November the 20th. So camping trips are going to start again of a weekend, so I just don't know if I'll dedicate as much time to car stuff. So I don't think it's fair trying to promote a channel, change the name, put a load of effort in, and then maybe stick one video a month on or something. I'm not saying I'm not going to do, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to keep the channel name as is, because quite rightly, as a couple of people said anyway, changing the channel name isn't really going to change the content, and if people won't look at a channel just because it's got the name Allegro in the title, then they're either missing out or I'm not really bothered if they want to see the channel anyway. So there you go, that's that about the channel. Second thing, which may disappoint a few people, but I think you knew it was inevitable, Miranda the Maestro is going to be gone hopefully this weekend. I don't want to lose the car, but I have to be realistic. I bought the Land Rover because I'm really into Land Rovers, and I've been using it a lot more, and certainly when the winter comes it will become my constant drive, as the Allegro is in the garage and maybe comes out for the odd sunny day. But the Maestro insurance runs out on November the 3rd. All three cars are taxed and insured at the minute, but yeah, obviously I can only use one at a time. So I got an offer on the Maestro at more money than I paid for it and more money than I've spent on it. So although I won't make a massive profit on the car, like 100 quid or something, I see no point in my idea, which was come November the 1st it was going to be parked on the drive covered in a tarpaulin, and the Allegro was going to be in the garage, and then I was just going to use the Land Rover for everything. And then the Maestro would sit there again till March before I dragged it out. Don't really see the point, because as much as the Maestro is a good car and it's done me well, I never really wanted a Maestro. It got offered to me at the right time. Gary had just asked to buy my Freelander, so I sold him that, and I was in need of a work car. Got offered the Maestro at the right time, at the right money, and thought, why not? And I've had a good summer with it. It's brought a few videos to the channel, and a few people like the Maestro stuff, and like I say, great car. Can't fault it. You know, we've had the odd niggle with it, but we've sorted all that. But for now, it would be parked up for 6 months or 5 months, not being used, and to what end? In the spring I'd get it out again and we'd go round again. The good point is, in the spring I can now buy another car and use that as my summer car, and then use the Land Rover sparingly, because I'm not going to lie, the Land Rover is like, you know, a thirsty beast, shall we say. It's not the most efficient car, obviously. It's the size of a 2-ton brick, and it's not very aerodynamic. But I know that, I've had them for that long, I know what the score is. So yeah, the fueling isn't going to be great running this full time, but I enjoy them, so I don't care. You know, I don't smoke, I don't overly drink. So there's the plan. Miranda should go at the weekend. I'll be down to 2 on the fleet again, but potentially in a month or 3 shopping for, you know, the springtime one. So yeah, that's where we're at. Nothing really else to say today. It's alright. I'm going a different way to work, by the way. That's why I'm concentrating a bit more. I tend not to go on the A38 in the Land Rover as much, simply because I feel like I've got to sit there at 60, 65 watching the fuel gauge drop, so I tend to come the lanes way. Anyway, that will do for today. 7 minutes, far too long for a waffle. I shall catch you hopefully at the weekend. You'll get a walk round video for the Land Rover that goes live on Friday. And then the car show at Milton Keynes, I believe, is still on, even with Boris's new lockdowns, because it's outside and all measures are in place. Obviously won't have the Maestro for that, so Agatha will be making the trip to Milton Keynes. Should be fun. It's the longest trip I'll have done in it, but fairly confident. So until next week, possibly, I shall catch you on another video. Bye.